In a quiet village surrounded by fields and open skies lived a boy named Aarav. The village was simple, small houses, dusty roads, warm people. But Aarav's heart was never at peace. Every day he compared his life with others. Why is my house so small? Why is my bicycle old? Why don't I have what others have? He was not poor, but he always felt poor, because happiness does not disappear when you have less. It disappears when you want more than you need. His mother, Mira, noticed his sadness. She never scolded him. She knew life would teach him better than words. One day she gave him some food and said, "Go give this to Dadi Shanta." Dadi Shanta lived alone at the edge of the village. Old, weak, forgotten. When Aarav reached her house, she smiled like someone had given her treasure. "You remembered me?" she asked. She broke the roti in half and shared it with him. After eating, she said, "Do you know why I am happy?" Aarav looked around her empty room. "No." "Because today I was not forgotten." That single sentence stayed in his heart. A few days later, the village held a small festival. Children came in new clothes. Aarav wore his old shirt. He felt invisible. Then he saw a small girl sitting alone, barefoot, watching others play. "Why aren't you playing?" he asked. She smiled. "I like watching people be happy." Aarav gave her his toy whistle, her eyes filled with joy. "For me?" "Yes." That was the first time Aarav felt something strange. Giving felt better than wanting. Days passed. Slowly, Aarav started noticing small things. His mother's warm food, the evening breeze, the laughter of children, the safety of his home. Gratitude began to replace comparison. One year, heavy rain destroyed many homes near the river. People cried. Fear spread. Aarav ran home, collected clothes and blankets. His mother joined him. They shared everything they could. That night, Aarav slept peacefully, not because he had more, but because someone had less and he helped. He whispered, "Ma, I think we are rich." She smiled. "How?" "Because we have enough to share." Years later, Aarav became a teacher, not for money, for meaning. He taught children more than books. He taught life. One day he drew two circles on the board. "One is small," he said. "One is big." The small circle is a life only for itself. The big circle is a life that includes others. Which one is happier? Children pointed to the big one. Aarav smiled. Because happiness grows when it is shared. A new student joined the school. Kabir, quiet, angry, sad. Aarav saw himself in him. Kabir once said, "Everyone has more than me." Aarav took him to visit Dadi Shanta. She held Kabir's hand and smiled. "You came? Then today is a good day." Kabir was confused. "You have so little. Why are you happy?" "Because I am not alone," she replied. That moment changed Kabir. He began to share. He began to smile. He began to live. Years passed. Aarav's hair turned gray, but his eyes stayed warm. One day, Kabir returned. "Sir, I became a doctor. I want to serve this village first." Aarav closed his eyes. "My life was worth living." Then a drought came. Water became scarce. Fear returned. People gathered. Aarav stood slowly and said, "We will survive together." They shared water. They shared food. They shared hope. Simplicity saved them again. One night, Aarav felt weak. He asked to be taken to the school. Children gathered. "Sir, are you scared?" one asked. "No," he whispered. "I am full." "Full of what?" "Gratitude." My life was not big, but it was enough. And with a gentle smile, Aarav rested. A simple stone was built in his memory, not golden, not grand. It read, Happiness is not found in having more, but in needing less and sharing more. Most people spend their lives chasing happiness, money, status, approval, but happiness is not ahead of you, it is already with you. When you stop asking, why don't I have more, and start asking, how can I use what I have, life changes. Comparison creates pain, gratitude creates peace. Be happy with what you have, not because it is perfect, though, but because it is enough. Share what you have, not because you are rich, but because kindness makes you rich. Live simply, love deeply, give freely, because in the end, the richest person is not the one who owns the most, but the one who needs the least and gives the most.